Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a review, well mini review slash swatch video on the new Tarte Tartelette Toasted palette. That's a tongue twister. But please subscribe if you haven't already. Just hit that big red subscribe button down below and then you won't miss out on any future videos or giveaways. So let's just get right into this. So some of you may know if you saw my What I Got for Christmas video that I uploaded about a week or two ago. And I showed how I got all of the Tarte eyeshadow palettes, the Tartelette one. So I have the Tartelette in Bloom, and then the new Tartelette Toasted palette. And honestly, I think this is my new favorite eyeshadow formula. I used to love the Lorac Pro formula. I think that's still amazing, but I think I like these guys even better. I've never had an eyeshadow formula blend so nicely and so easily. I basically don't even have to blend. Like, I just tap it on, blend it on a little bit, and it's like good to go. Like, it's amazing. I absolutely love it. This is what this guy looks like. It's absolutely beautiful. I honestly thought that I wasn't going to like this. Online, I didn't like the packaging and stuff. It didn't really draw me in or anything. It just didn't seem like my cup of tea. But now that I have it here, I just think it's so pretty and I'm so excited, and I love how it's like gold everywhere. Oh, I love gold. So pretty. But it comes with 12 eyeshadows here. And it also comes with a gigantic mirror, which is awesome. I actually use this mirror all the time now just for putting on my makeup. Absolutely love it. So this guy has 6 mattes, 4 shimmery, like sheeny shades, I would say, and then one that is a matte shadow but has glitter infused in it. Shadows, they are slightly dusty, but as long as you tap off your brush before you use it, I think they work amazingly. I know a lot of people have the thing between the Tartelette Toasted palette and the new, what is it, the Urban Decay Heat palette, I believe. And honestly, from the Urban Decay palettes that I have tried, I definitely would choose this guy over the Fire Heat palette, whatever it's called. I would definitely choose this guy over the Heat palette from Urban Decay. I have not tried it, so I cannot fully say, but if it's the same type of formula that the other Urban Decay eyeshadow palettes have, I definitely think I like this better. There are 12 eyeshadows in this palette. The first shade is S'mores, Sunrise, Sunset, and Crackle. I am going to swatch all of these for you guys. I'm going to swatch them on my arm. So I am going to be doing 2 swipe swatches just because I think that they go on the eye that way, so I want to make sure you guys get to see what they look like on the actual eyes. I dimmed my light a little bit just so hopefully you can see them a little bit better, since the first couple shades are super light. They're just skin colored ones. And the first shade here is called S'mores. The second shade here is called Sunrise. The third shade here is called Sunset. And the fourth shade here is called Crackle. So those were the first 4 shades in the top row. I think this kit really, for me, has everything in it that I would want. So let's just get on to the second row now. The second row is kind of like the warmest row, I think, of this palette. All of it has really like warm tones running throughout it, but definitely this middle row is like the warmest row. I absolutely love it. Alright, this next row is absolutely beautiful. I'm so excited. Alright, so this is the second row. Over here, the first shade here, if you can see it, again, it's more of a, I like to use it in the crease. It's kind of like a light peachy color, so it's really pretty, but that is Cashmere. The next shade here is called Warmth, and it's this beautiful, like, kind of light terracotta color, and it's absolutely beautiful. I love this one. The third shade here is Flame, and Flame is absolutely beautiful. It's, again, another sheen color, and it goes on the lids amazingly. And the last shade we have here is called Cozy, And this one is again a matte, and it is absolutely beautiful as well. Great for smoking out that outer V. If you're wanting that really like warm eyeshadow palette, like that has more of like terracotta, like burnt kind of colors in it, I think this palette really like has that in it, and it's really great. I know a lot of people like the Modern Renaissance palette, but that one to me has more berry shades in it and that type of warm. It's more pinks and plummies and like raspberry type of shades, and this one is definitely more like burnt brown and terracotta and orange and that type of shade range, which I really love. And this is the third row. This is the first shade here, and it's just a super light sandy color, but it's like a sheeny sandy color. And the next shade here is called Latte, and it's a pretty warm brown shade, but it's a lighter one, so it's really good for the crease. Next we have this third shade here, which is called Simmer, and this one again is so pretty. And lastly we have this matte purple plum shade, and it is called Fireside. And again, all of them are beautiful. I think they all go on the lid very well. Alright, so those were all the swatches of that guy. I would definitely recommend this palette. I think it's a great palette, especially if you can get it on sale. I know that the next Sephora sale isn't until the springtime, but I think that would also be like a good time to buy it, because it would look really good colors for like going out at nighttime in the summertime, because they're like warm shades, but they're still like smoky and sultry. So I think that'll look really pretty at night. Alright, so now I'm just gonna do a quick little tutorial, and then that will be it for this video. I'm just gonna zoom you guys in. Alright, so now that I have you guys zoomed in, I am going to start applying some of these. So I'm just playing around today with what I'm going to be doing. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but first of all, I am going to take this s'more shade and just put it all over the lid. Only like tap off your brush though, because it really does help a lot. Because they are more powdery, but they're super pigmented too. I don't think it's like ridiculously powdery or anything. Alright, so now that we have that all over the lid, just as a base for blending the rest of our shades, I'm now going to take Cashmere here, which is the light kind of peachy color, because I definitely want to use more of those warm tones. As you can see, the top row is more neutral colors, I believe, and then this row is definitely warm, and this row is kind of warm, but more on the like more wearable side, I think. Although I think all of these are pretty wearable. I honestly didn't think I was going to be able to pull this off at all, but I actually think it looks really nice. So I'm just gonna put this guy in the crease, and it just gives a bit of warmth to the eyes. By the way, I'm just using a Real Techniques base shadow brush. Again, I'm not a makeup artist or anywhere near it, so these are just my own ways of how I like to apply makeup. If you guys have any suggestions, definitely leave it down below. I'd love to hear. But this is how I am doing this so far. Next, I am going to take the shade here, which is called Warmth. And again, I'm just gonna put this in the crease, but I'm gonna be a little bit more precise with where I put it. So I'm gonna keep it down a bit farther. And blend it out over here. Because before I used to like really concentrate just here, and I would have like a blob of eyeshadow, so I've been trying to blend it over more so it looks a little bit more even. Alright, so now that we have that color on, I'm just gonna wipe off my brush. There is some fallout coming out, but you just blow it off and it's fine, so it doesn't come out on my face, so I don't really care about it coming out on the palette, you know? Next, I'm sticking with this middle shade range, or middle line. I'm going to use this dark shade here, which is called Cozy, and it's just like a burnt red color, and I'm going to kind of start to define how I want the outer V to look. So I'm gonna start by going like this, just creating a bit of a wing look almost on both sides. They never look the same, like ever. I can never get them the same. But I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to blend out a bit to create a thicker line there, if you can see that. I just took it in a little bit more, and then I'm going to take it right into the very edge of the crease, onto the eyelid even a smidge, and just blend it out that way. So it's more like that. So it kind of creates like a dark cut crease sort of look. And I'm just gonna blend it all the way in because I really like the look of, like, I don't know, I like that look. Alright, so we have that outer V sort of like set up now. So next I am going to go back into that warmth shade, and I'm just gonna drag it from here and outwards, sticking with the same kind of line as I did with the cozy shade. I'm just going to bring it in about a third of my eyelid on both sides. And I think I want to do, flame more all over this part of the lid that I haven't covered yet. And then I think I'm going to take candle in the inner part of my, on the like high point of my eye, to create a bit of a halo eye, but not really. So this is what this looks like so far. So next I'm going to take Flame, like I said, which is right here, which is this shimmer shade, and I'm just going to take it with my finger, just rub it in there a bit. And then I just like to dab it on my eye. And as you can see, it like, the color payoff is pretty good, and I get no fallout when I do this. It just packs it right on there. And I also, some shimmer shades, like with the Lorac Pro palettes, I do find that they like clump up a bit and make my eyeshadow look, I don't know, very heavy on the lid, and it makes my eyelids look sort of creasy, like old lady creasy sort of thing, which I'm not into, obviously. So I am gonna just take this, fill in wherever I didn't put the other eyeshadow colors already, and I'm gonna take it right into the corner. I do have to dip my finger back in a few times while doing this, just because I want the same amount of product to be dispersed all over the lid. And that is what it looks like so far. If you do need to do any blending, then you can always go back in with a brush after. So I'm just gonna get this other eye done really quick. Alright, so now that I have it about the same spot on both eyes, I'm going to take Warmth one more time and just blend out that line a bit so it's not so harsh. And I'm actually going to go back into that first Real Techniques brush I used, and I'm just gonna swipe this way to blend it better. The other one's really good for like packing on product, but it's not the best for blending. So I'll just pack on with this one and blend with this one. And there we go. So that is that for now. Now I'm just gonna add Candle, I think, to the center of my lid so it doesn't just look like pure orange. And I'm going to go into this Candle shade right here. And I'm just gonna pack this guy right on the center and blend up a bit. Just tap it in lightly. Don't try not to rub your eyes too much, that's not good. Just tap, tap, tap. Alright, so that is where I'm putting that guy for now. And then I'm going to take that Real Techniques brush one more time without any product on it. And I'm just going to blend out the edges a smidge so it's just a little bit more seamless. And that is it for the top lid. Actually, I'm probably gonna take Latte here, which is a bit more of a brown color because I want to like tone down the crease a little bit. Just gonna take that in there, make it a little bit more brown toned, make it a little bit more darker colored. And take on the other side, just blend that out nicely. And that is what I'm gonna do with that guy. So these eyeshadows do create a very orange look. I'm sure if you like had more skill than me, then you'd be able to create a lot of other looks with it. I can create other looks with it, but I wanted to show the oranges that it has, because if you're getting this palette, you're probably going for like the orangier tones. So next I'm just going to be doing my lower lash line now. And I'm going to be taking this Real Techniques accent brush. It's just a super, super little fine brush. It's very small. It's good for getting the lower lash line. And I think I'm gonna take that, where is it? The Latte shade again. And just put that all over my lower lash line. Not really caring too much where it goes. Just gonna make a messy smudgy line under there. Alright, so now that we have that part done, I am gonna darken out the outer part just a smidge with that Cozy shade again. Just gonna take a little bit on the edge and just put it right in the corner part. And even drag it up a smidge just to create a bit more of a line there, but very slightly, just very edge, just smoke it out and up. And I like to do that just to even everything out a smidge more. And lastly, I'm just gonna take that S'more shade one more time, the very first shade, the lightest shade in the palette, and I'm just gonna dab that into the corner of my lid just to brighten that area up a little bit more and make the eyes look more awake. Alright, now that I have that in there, I think it did make the eyes look a little bit more brighter and awake, and maybe even a bit more round. I'm not sure. And that is the eye look that I have created with the Tarte Tartelette palette. But yeah, that is it, I think, for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that the swatches worked out and that you got to see a better look at them. And I hope you liked this eye look here. I think it looks nice. I would definitely, I think, wear more of a smokier line with it. Just because it's so orange and intense, I would want to wear more dramatic makeup with it. Yeah. That is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and please subscribe and hit the thumbs up button down below if you liked it. And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!